they're gonna last pick it. If I did my study and if I'm correct, they're gonna lock in Bruno. But we're about to see in a few seconds.
Here though, we're seeing a hover on the YZ and Roger already getting locked in here. Not bad. Roger is just okay here. What do you think about Roger in this matchup at least? I mean, he's got to worry about the Hayabusa ulti, the Popo biting him, and I think those two just overall. But yeah, what do you think about Roger in this draft?
So I think Roger could be good here if his team gives him enough vision, you know, and he's in the right position. But if he overextends, he could be in a little bit of a trouble with Popo and Koopa's traps and Rafaela's stun.
Yeah, definitely have to agree with you right there. Baksha also has a lot of zoning capabilities, especially when if Roger's trying to get like the lower.
Oh, they pick
turtle.
Harley.
Oh, they went for a Harley instead of Bruno and Granger. What's going on here? I'm confused as the heck though. I did not expect that. But do you think that's gonna work, Rafaela Harley combo?
I don't think that's gonna work. I'm not a big fan of that Harley pick right now with that comp that they have, but I could be wrong. We're about to see what's gonna happen.
Okay. So let's look at the draft and try to judge who won the draft. This is like a 50-50. Both drafts are weird for me, to be honest. Kinda leaning more towards 9 o'clock for some reason. For some reason. What do you think? What's your take?
I might have to go with my boys and go with AE here. To be honest with you, you know, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of that Harley pick, but I could be wrong. That Harley could perform really well.
All right, so Jesus Christ, it went back to 240p once we got in the game. But yeah, let's try our best to cast this. Here we go. Lilia and Matilda here at the mid lane trying to contest and clear that mid lane wave faster so they could go for the litho right away after Roger gets this perp. Actually, 9 o'clock. Are they going for? Yeah, they got the litho right there. It's pretty easy to get the litho, especially if you have a Popol on your side since you have so much. Oi! Look at that. He is counter jungling like a Baksha stealing the orange buff, but there's already a ball here going on. And Baksha sandwiching the Matilda on the river. First ball coming into Esmeralda. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Matilda for Rafaela. Can Baksha live here? I don't think he's tanky enough to get away. And that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Aether Explicit right there. I'm not really sure why 9 o'clock is kind of fights right now because we got to remember Aether Explicit, they have a very strong early game with that Lilia. You don't want to get hit by that Lilia's second skill. You know, even if you're a Baksha with a orange buff, you don't have enough damage and tankiness right there for you to contest that early game pressure that Aether Explicit had. But look at that. Wow, a solo kill on the top lane, was it? Was it a top lane from what I saw earlier? Hayabusa died. So there we go. The turtle will soon. The Roger still does have the purple buff. Let's see what's going to happen here. Popel and Koopa, his wolf or Koopa is kind of low, so he needs to heal it back up. They're all, actually, look at Koopa, traps right now. They're kind of ready, but look at Harley. He might get a pick off here on Lilia. Will he live? He lives with 1 HP. Can he get away, though? He does. That is so unfortunate for Harley. I think he thought that Lilia was dead already, so he teleported quick. So he didn't make sure 100% that Lilia was going to die because he thought that his ulti was going to be able to last hit that Lilia. But it's going to be a 0-for-0 trade. Nothing happening so far. The turtle is up. Let's see who gets this. Harley is really good on early game objectives, but it looks like the team, Esmeralda, is actually starting this turtle. And look at the dragon coming in at the back line, focusing the Baksha. Baksha is super squishy early game. Can he get away? The Revitalize will go down. But look at this. Oh my god, Esmeralda is getting ulted by the Harley. No damage on Harley just yet. Turtle has been slain by Roger. Hayabusa is going to ulti. And that's going to be a 2-for-0 trade in terms of kills, but it doesn't matter. The blue team managed to secure the turtle, and Roger wants to clean up. He wants to get more trades. Lilia even gets a kill on Hayabusa. Popel and Koopa still biting another wolf. It's going to be a dog fight here. A wolf versus a dog, but Roger gets away with 1 HP and needs to recall. Wow. So for me right there, I think Aether Explicit going, taking the advantage right there. because they managed to get 2 kills as well with the turtle, so they should be ahead of gold. Although I don't really see the gold leads. I can't see the gold. It's way too blurry, but it's all right. I'm just guessing at this point. Here we go. Roger getting that buff. And still, Rafaela is kind of hovering where this Harley's at, and the Popel and Koopa sticking next to each other. Yeah, and I think Pika's right about this. I'm not really sure if Harley and Rafaela combo is really gonna work, because if you have a Harley, usually you want to have a burst support on your side, so that the Harley ulti deals a lot more damage. But there we go. We actually saw someone die right there. It was the Yu Zhang getting picked off by the Matilda and Roger on the top side of the map. Here we go though. There's 3 members of 9 o'clock here on mid lane. Let's see if they can pick anybody off with the Harley ulti. But Harley doesn't have an ulti just yet. He doesn't have the green light. They are waiting here in the jungle, and I think they expect someone to rotate here, which is the Roger. And he sees the jungle minion going towards that. So he's definitely going to know, and he's going to receive information that there's enemies on that side, or on that bush to be exact. But here we go. Look at Hayabusa cutting the lane, top lane. Yu Zhang's kind of struggling right now. 0-2-1 with Petrify Yu Zhang. But look at the Harley getting picked off on the Matilda, and that's going to be a killing spree. The turtle is about to be up in 5 seconds. That is the worst timing to die for Matilda right there, because this might be a free objective for 9 o'clock, considering that it is a 4v5 without the Matilda. Lilia, if Aether Explicit does not snowball with Lilia, oh man, Lilia is going to be pretty useless late game. She's a hero that falls off really hard late game, guys. So they better make sure that this Lilia gets items real quick and try to get a snowball going, all right? But here we go, Rafaela with the Hayabusa, speeding up. Here goes the Shadow. Can they get a kill on Yu Zhang? Yu Zhang's actually going to waste a dragon, even though he didn't get hit by a shuriken. But I think that's just to make sure he doesn't die, because he doesn't have a tower on the top side. Does he? I don't really see a tower right there. I think he still does. It's just really blurry for me. But Esmeralda's just going to cut the lane here on the bottom side of the map. Baksha's trying to cut the lane, but he doesn't clear the wave fast enough. Look at him. He's a tank, technically, and he might be overextended here. I don't know what Baksha's doing. Why is he over there? He wasn't even close to the minions. If anything, he should be clearing minions, but he didn't clear nothing at all. He's going to ulti, and he's going to die without achieving any goals right there. And due to that, since he didn't clear the minions even with his ulti or second skill, Roger was able to push the pretty easily right there with the Lilia and Matilda. So here we go. Hopefully 9 o'clock could get back some objectives going. The turtle will be up soon, I believe. So Hayabusa still doing a 1v1 against Yu Zhang. On that matchup, though, it's kind of like a 50-50, to be honest with you. If Hayabusa is not able to burst you with his ulti, I think Yu Zhang's going to be able to sustain you in that matchup if you fail to kill Yu Zhang with your ulti. But let's see here. 3 members of Aether Explicit wants to lane, and as we see here, Aether Explicit, we've seen them do this. Look at this. Harley going for bot lane, but do they have any objectives even if they get this kill? That's the question right there. Roger got the mid lane tower, so this is 2 objectives already for Aether Explicit. 2 towers for nothing. Lilia gets a kill on Popel and Koopa, and this is not looking good. And this is the snowball that I was talking about that Aether Explicit really needs if they want to keep this lead. All right? Because if they keep... Oh, look at Lilia, though. Chasing down Rafaela, just the slow is just helping so much. So I guess it works just a little bit. Lilia trying to predict where the second skill is going to be put. But she's going to die right there. She's kind of overextended. But I believe she was just buying time for his team to get the turtle. Still, you guys... I think 9 o'clock needs to realize this. Like, they need to stop going for kills. If they want to go for kills, they better have an objective afterwards. Right now, though, 9 o'clock, they're going for kills. That's not going to give them any objectives at all. And Aether Explicit is definitely, punishing them with that fact. So let's see here. Roger still doing very good. 3-0-1 on Riles. The only one struggling for Aether Explicit, I would say, is probably the Yu Zhang here. Because then again, it is a 1v1 against the Hayabusa, so it's definitely hard to go 1v1 against Haya. Usually on a 1v1, Haya will most likely win. Majority of the times, Haya usually wins unless you build some form of armor, anti-crash or maybe brute force breastplate. But can we get a check right here to see if Yu Zhang has some armor on him? It looks like he's Oracle, actually. Instead of armor, he even built magic with his boots. So he's not building off the laning, off his lane opponent. He's building off the he's building off the Harley. But look at this, Roger gets a mega kill on Baksha. Baksha doesn't even seem like a tank right now. He definitely needs to focus on farming first and playing it more safer, so that Aether Explicit doesn't get any more objectives. Because right now, no towers just yet. One tower for 9 o'clock at mid lane, but that's about it, man. Wait, actually, do I see a mid lane tower? No, never mind. Yeah, they do have one tower for 9 o'clock at mid lane. So that's good at least. That's something. They need something going for them right now. If 9 o'clock wants to win, they need to start funneling all the resources to this high, which is arguably the only late game 9 o'clock has. Right? That's the only problem with the 9 o'clock draft. I mean, I guess we could argue that Harley is not bad late game. Harley's like a one target hero. After his combo, he's kind of useless the rest of the team. But look at this. Yuzhong gonna get ulted by the Harley. A lot of sustain. They're gonna go Dragon out and will live and survive. The problem with that is if Yuzhong keeps using the Dragon to try and escape, he's not gonna be able to help the team fight and help his teammates on team fights for the win. He needs to keep recalling, and I think 9 o'clock is doing a pretty good job making sure that Yuzhong's Dragon is always on cooldown. They don't want to go on a team fight with Yuzhong that has a Dragon. Right here, though, Baksha getting someone... Oh, Lilia is actually out of position, but she still has ulti, so she actually... See Baksha right there for the trade. Lilia with the outplayer. Harley's going to ulti this Yuzhong. Yuzhong is getting focus here, and Unstoppable coming in from Roger. Look at Roger, wants to clean up. Double kill. Rafaela dying as well, and this is definitely not looking good for 9 o'clock. I think I guess Ron Peak is right after all, and the fans and the viewers were right after all. Aether Explicit really showing who is superior right now, and this should be a free Lord for Aether Explicit. Yes, sure, it is a level 1 Lord, but then again, we got to remember, look at 9 o'clock's draft. They don't really have a lot of wave clear. They don't have a lot of wave clear. Harley sucks at wave clearing the Lord. The only wave clear they really have is Hayabusa, but he's not super fed, so it's not really a reliable type of wave clear. So I think Aether Explicit might even have a chance to finish the game with one Lord, with the first Lord, alright? So, man, this is not looking good for 9 o'clock right now. This is not looking good. They need to make something happen. They need to put one off. Mainly the Roger, honestly. Right now the Esme is just okay, not super strong. The Lilia snowballed a little bit, so she's still she hurts a little bit. Here we go. Harley gets another pick off here, but who is it against? It is against the Roger. There's the play that I was talking about. 9 o'clock wants to make something happen before the Lord even pushes, but they get traded, and Purple and Super is the one to trade the Roger, but I think still positive trade for 9 o'clock, and they live here. Look at the Esmeralda chasing, and Lilia chasing as well. The Lilia just blew up the Hayabusa right there on the inhibitor tower, and it's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Aether Explicit. Although their pusher, which is the Roger, died, can they still push and end the game here for Aether Explicit? And look at Esme actually getting a kill on Rafaela as well. Yuzong's going to use the ulti, the Dragon. He's going out the enemy. Harley gets a kill, but he also gets traded. Baksha is the only one left, and Purple and Pupa, they don't have a lot of minions to wait for it and protect the base. Can they do it? Look at the Lilia damage and the slow. It's just so annoying, and here we go. All the inhib towers are going to go down in favor of Aether Explicit. And the Purple and Koopa trying to bite the Yuzhong, but they will play patiently and play discipline right now. So they're going to fall back and regroup. So I like this. Aether Explicit playing it discipline. They don't want to play too cocky. They don't want to play too overconfident. They didn't want to force ending the game. They're not desperate for the W just yet. So yeah, this is a good sign for Aether Explicit. A very disciplined decision right there for the team in general. So very well played. And here we go, 9 o'clock. What can they do to come back to this game? I think they really, for the next Lord, they need to pick off the Roger for the next Lord when the next Lord spawns, and then have Harley stay alive. Although Harley's doing a good job right now staying alive, his score line is 7-2. So for some reason, my screen right now is super clear. Jeez, it's like, wearing my glasses. It's like night and day. It's so clear right now, and then sometimes it's blurry. But here we go. Yuzhong, he might get picked off here. Look at Yuzhong. He's getting ganked by 3 people. Harley going to go in the ulti right there on the bot lane. And they get a pick off. And that might be the play that we've been waiting for 9 o'clock. Yuzhong. Guys, he has not been positioning so well this whole game. Full game, all right? Not positioning so well. But it's a 4v5. It is in favor of 9 o'clock. The Lord is still not going to spawn anytime soon, so they're still good. It's actually okay if Yuzhong dies right now, because by the time the Lord spawns, Yuzhong's going to be right there, and I don't think this is a good idea for AETHER Explicit to engage any team fights right now. It's a 4v5. Why are you engaging? But look at this box. He's going to go in. Rogers finally gets picked up. This is the game-changing play, but Lilian doing so much damage. And this is it. Rafaela was forced to actually flicker away, and this might be too greedy for AETHER Explicit. The discipline I was talking about is actually disappearing. Matilda also dies. Roger is dead. Matilda is dead. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Can Esme live right here? He's going to get hit by a bouncing ball, and that's going to be a 3-for-1 trade in favor of 9 o'clock, and they might turn the game around with that play right there. The Lord will be up sometime soon. So that is not a good look for AETHER Explicit. They're fighting a 4v5. Why they gotta do it like that, bro? They just needed to play safe, regroup, wait for the Yuzhong, and win the game. But right now they just gave 9 o'clock a chance to come back. Oh man, I don't know. That was the play that I was talking about to change the tide of the game. Harley did die, but now the Lord is up. Let's see who gets this. Regrets still has like around, what, 10 seconds? Or, yeah, okay, never mind. Regrets respawn, so it's a 5v5. So I guess it's not that big of a deal. It would have been really good for 9 o'clock if the Lord spawned right away as soon as they won that team fight. But it's not that big of a deal since all the members of AETHER Explicit right now, they all respawn on time. They're lucky, super lucky, I would say, in terms of timing for AETHER Explicit. Let's see if 9 o'clock can make another play. Paulo swallowed the mic. His voice is muffled. Oh, my bad. Let me just put them away. Give me 1 second. There you go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let me just wipe off the mic. Here we go. Better. I'm looking at the chat at the same time while game. I don't know how I do it, but here we go. Esmeralda is actually going to go for a falling star moon. And AETHER Explicit, they want to start the Lord first. Alright, so they want to force 9 o'clock to go to the team fight, but here we go, Basha going for a zoning, but Yuzhong going for the dragon. I think 9 o'clock needs to go back to wait for the Yuzhong and regroup and reset the lane, but this is not looking good. Popol and Koopa already dying right there. Hayabusa is in a missed position right there. The Lord gets reset, but it doesn't matter. Roger gets 2 kills right there, and it's a 2-3-4-0 trade for AETHER Explicit, and this might be it. They're even chasing the Harley. They don't want the Harley getting a chance to kill the Lord, and Roger wants to kill this Harley. Oh my God, Riles going for a triple kill, killing spree coming in for Riles, and this might be it. Do they even need the Lord to finish the game? Do they even need the Lord to finish the game? I don't even think they need it, because it's only Hayabusa. After Hayabusa's ulti, they could finish the game. This Hayabusa's not going to do nothing. Let's see. Here we go, Mateo's going to ult Hayabusa. They want to put all the shot control, and that might be it. AETHER Explicit getting game number 1. Sorry guys, about the mic. I'm trying to fix it. I think the reason why it's so muffled is because I've been spitting on my mic.
Hopefully you can fix that, Paulo. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you while you were casting, so